What's going on, everybody? My name is Paul Salcido. Welcome back to Studio SX. It's the 2009 South by Southwest Interactive Film and now, finally, Music Festival happening here. We're joined by Mr. John Cruz. What's going on, brother?
Hey, how you doing?
Aloha?
Aloha.
Mahalo?
Yeah, that too.
That too?
Yeah, lots of that.
Lots of that.
Yeah.
So I've been listening to music the last couple of days, man. Beautiful stuff. But like, I'm sure you get this all the time. I'm thinking James Taylor sounding.
Oh yeah.
You know, I don't know. Let's just start from there. Like influences.
Influences. Well, we probably have similar influences. My dad's a country singer, so I grew up playing country music and loving country music. Sort of pre-Kenny Rogers country music.
Pre-Gambler.
Yeah, pre-Gambler stuff. My family, on one side of my family, my dad's side, everybody plays country and bluegrass music. And then on my Hawaiian side of my family, the Hawaiian music influences. And then there's, top 40 and, hard rock, heavy metal, funk, soul, R&B, all that stuff thrown in there.
Got a lot of soul in your music. But you spent a lot of time here in the States as far as formalizing your sound. You did a lot of time in Greenwich when I was reading.
Yeah.
You went to Amherst, is
Yeah.
that correct?
Yeah.
So let's just start there. What was that experience like? Were you basically a vagabond musician or what?
Well, actually, yeah, I was at at the University of Hawaii, and then I wanted to get to New York eventually. And so I saw the exchange program was sort of like a way for me to get to the East Coast and get close to New York and plot my attack.
Your invasion of the world.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I was on the East Coast for about 12 years. I spent there playing music, got involved in acting and dancing and stuff, and enjoyed that.
A lot of theater.
Yeah, a lot of theater, and kind of had to focus my energy, and so I started focusing more on music, and that's took me back to Hawaii actually eventually, and it's brought me here to Austin, where I'm glad to be here. I mean, this has been such a music mecca for years, and I've always wanted to come to Austin, and so finally got it together and got here this year.
I want to go back to you in New York, you in Greenwich, you in all those places. Because from when I was reading, you're basically just playing anywhere, in any type of venue.
Wherever.
What's the funkiest place you played in?
Well, I used to play on the L train subways, play on the subway on the L train in 6th Ave. In New York, when you want to play in the subway, a lot of the places are taken. All the good subway stations are taken.
And they're very territorial too.
Very territorial. You can't get away with much in New York.
Yeah.
So eventually found a L train platform on 6th Ave, where there seemed to be like an afternoon sort of slot, sort of open, where I wasn't getting hassled too much. And the nice thing about that subway station that there wasn't a car coming every half a minute. It was only the L train came through that station, so you get a chance to play like for about 2.5 minutes before a train came through. So you could actually slip in most of the song before a train came, and everybody left. And so I enjoyed it there because on the subway people don't have time for anything, and especially in New York. And if you can get people to stop and listen and give you feedback there on the platform, then you're doing pretty good. I remember one of my biggest compliments I got when I was playing in the subway was this old black guy he was listening for a while, and he let a train go by, and he let another train go by,
Is that right?
And then while he was leaving, he said, "Man, I ain't never heard no white boy sing the blues like you." As he jumped on the plane, I wanted to stop him and tell him, "Well, I'm kind of brown," but it was good enough of a compliment,
Wow.
But,
so let me ask you this: playing there and your mindset at that time, did you ever think you'd be here at a South by Southwest Music Festival? Obviously you're Go ahead.
Yeah, I was aware of South by Southwest, and I always wanted to be. I knew I'd be here. I just didn't know how that was going to happen, whether I'd be with a band or solo, or just didn't care how it was going to happen, but I knew it was going to happen.
Okay.
It's the New Orleans Jazz Festival too. It's another destination that I really had on my radar, and I got a chance to go down there and play a few years back.
So this is it.
Yeah.
You got
next on my list.
What's
South
next?
By Southwest.
But so then you went back. I guess it was mid-90s. I want to take it that you went back to Hawaii, and it was with a family member in the band.
Yeah. I actually moved back home to produce my brother's record, my older brother, because through the years when we were kids and stuff, we'd always talked about making records and being in a band together and stuff. So he had been in a really successful band in Hawaii, and he wanted to make his solo record. So he, called me up and said if I'd help him produce the record. So I came back home, and wasn't planning on staying in Hawaii. I just figured I'd come home, help him do the record, then get back to New York and take care of my business. But I ended up actually producing my record, my own record, because my brother's record wasn't quite ready. So.
The brother stuff wasn't quite there,
yeah.
So
I think it was a trick just to get me back home,
There's a trick.
Yeah, it was a trick.
Family missed you.
Yeah, which is fabulous because I'm here at the festival. My two youngest sisters have a band, and they're here also at the festival.
That's
my
great.
dad's here also. He's playing, sitting in with them, sitting in with us. So it's fantastic.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's a great feeling. We played the other night at Roy's.
Okay.
My dad got up and sang. My sister's band got up, and we were all just sitting in with each other. It was fantastic.
Nice high, man. That's
definitely.
The kind of high you want to have.
Yeah, for sure.
So that first album sold over 100,000 just in Hawaii alone. Is that right? I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah, it was just it was like a word of mouth sort of album. People started buying it, and then people would tell me that they bought the album, 5, 6, 7, 8 times already. They'd buy it, somebody would hear it, they'd end up giving it away as a gift, and they'd rebuy it again. And except now, some people tell me, "Well, I like your record so much, I made copies for all my friends." So it's.
How do you feel about that?
Oh well, I guess it's a catch-22. I want people to have my music.
Right.
Of course, and if people love the music, that's the main thing, is to get that they have the music. But it sure would be nice to get paid for the music. But
absolutely,
that'll all come. I guess I don't know when, but people keep telling me that. Oh, that'll take care of itself.
Well, we're so dialed in and plugged into the internet now. You have a really nice website. What are some of the things that you're doing online, and how has that helped your career? How has that got your music out? You taking advantage of all this social networking that they're doing nowadays, these crazy kids?
Yeah, well, the website was designed by Heather Goff, a friend of mine from Martha's Vineyard. My manager Leslie, and myself sort of were going back and forth designing the website. The nice thing that we've started doing is after every show we put up pictures and we put up a recording of the show, so people can get right back on it by the time they get home. Maybe the next morning they can go online and see some pictures from the show that they were at, and even hear some music from the show that they were at. We have DVDs for sale and CDs that you can go and download and stuff. Just a lot of, we're trying to make it as interactive as possible, trying to take advantage of the,
You got it.
technologies. Yeah, you have to these days. And so, that's coming into play now. We're trying to get it so that it's really an instant, instant access, where people can just go on there and, like literally the night of a show, they can get through with the show. If they want to order a CD of that show, they can order it. Ideally, we'll get it so that they can order a DVD of the show, and maybe see themselves waving at the camera or whatever it takes.
Let me ask you this. Playing, touring, having your merchandise there, that as well as selling online. It's almost like old media, because that's old school, you know, selling that merchandise out of your trunk, in a sense. And then with the new school, which is, you know, digital downloads.
Yeah.
Are you marrying both of them? Are you taking advantage of both of them?
We're just trying to offer as much as possible, because these days the technology is moving so fast, you know, and we just want to be able to offer people, you know, things that are happening now, you know, technology that's happening now. We want to be able to offer them that, as well as offer them a chance to have the physical CD, you know, get a signed. There's nothing like a signed copy of a CD, you know, from an artist and stuff.
You can't beat that.
So we're trying to marry both of them, and you know, hopefully expand our audience and keep our old fans happy.
Okay, so I am completely illiterate when it comes to the Hawaiian music scene. I need to be educated. Tell me what and how is the Hawaiian music scene all about? In a nutshell, you know.
Yeah. Well, the Hawaiian music scene, it's sort of there are a couple different facets to the Hawaiian music scene. There's the traditional Hawaiian music, the music that's sung in the language, and there's hula dancing, chanting. That's real traditional. We're trying to actually in Hawaii, we're trying to reclaim our culture. There's sort of like a cultural revolution going on, because our culture and our language, our dance, our music was banned for such a long time by the missionaries when they came into the islands.
Darn missionaries.
Yeah. The same old trip. They've been running the same old trip all over the place.
They did that in Mexico too, I think.
Oh yeah, for sure. And so there's that part of the music industry where we've been trying to reclaim the language, reclaim the our culture.
Yeah.
There's the contemporary Hawaiian music, the Hawaiian music that's being written and played nowadays that reflects, you know, contemporary issues, contemporary ideas, and that's more of the music scene that I've been sort of a part of, which is marrying, you know, blues, Hawaiian, pop, rock, into sort of this blend of stuff that's it tends to be on a little more on the mellow side. It doesn't have that hard of an edge. Any of the edge that it has it tends to be more like a blues type edge, soul type edge. There's the rap. There's a Hawaiian rap movement going on also too, where they're rapping in the language, in the Hawaiian language.
Is it bilingual as well?
Bilingual, yeah, for sure. Bilingual rapping. There's also this whole section of the music business in Hawaii that is a combination of reggae music and Hawaiian music that they call Jawaiian music.
Hawaiian, but that's a good party music.
Yeah, it's good party music, good time. They got the rap, dance hall kind of stuff, breakdown, dance hall rap stuff, and we have a lot of radio stations that play just local music, you know, like you do here in Austin. Austin has a very supportive music radio, seems to, and in Hawaii there's stations dedicated just to playing music made by Hawaiians for Hawaiians, so it's been exciting.
Okay, so a couple more questions. When you think of Austin, Texas, music legends or music, what do you think of? What comes to your mind? Give me some names, give me some things.
The Texas Playboys, and, you know, nice. And of course Stevie Ray Vaughan. You know, Stevie Ray Vaughan's the, you know, a great export of Austin music and culture. Everybody loves Stevie and is aware of his story. I think what a lot of people who aren't here in Austin don't realize that it's not just a blues thing. It's a real heavy country town too. And I'm excited about that because, like I said, I was raised listening to country music, and a lot of the old style country vibe still happens here. You know, being outside of Nashville is actually a good thing, you know, I think, for country music. Here in Austin,
Texas country is
a whole different ballgame.
That's wild.
Yeah.
All right, one last question. I don't know what your political slantings are, but you have a fellow Hawaiian who's president of the United States.
Right, Obama.
Who is, you know, kind of a mixed nut like you, like me.
Oh yeah,
you know,
yeah,
which is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I like it. He was raised by a single mom, you know, single parent. I was raised by a single parent. He likes to body surf at Sandy Beach. I like to body surf at Sandy Beach. You know, and he's. I think he's going to be great for the country because for the first time, I think a lot of people feel like our country, the head of our country, shares something that we share. You know, has a similar experiences. You know. Him being a person of color, you know, I mean, you know, pretty soon everybody, if we keep up the, you know, if natural order takes its course, then everybody's going to be brown, you know, in nice. This country and all the other countries, you know. So I figure we're already one step ahead of everybody, right?
We're nice in advance, man. You know, even the camera people know it.
Exactly, right. Exactly.
Thank you so much for your time. Have a great South by.
Thank you so much.
And you know, we'll hopefully come back again.
Oh yeah.
Bring more family.
Oh yeah.
Studio SX, Paul Salcido. Thank you so much. Enjoy.